Before you settled for polygamy. Introduction: When truth becomes myth. In conversations about love, marriage, and the ever-complicated search for companionship, one phrase echoes louder than most: there just aren't enough good men. It's a statement made with such frequency and confidence that it feels like an irrefutable fact. In homes, in churches, in women's circles, and even in academic discussions, the narrative of male scarcity has become a common refrain. But what if it's not entirely true? This book is not a defense of or an attack on polygamy. It is a challenge, a push to look beyond the surface of what we've been told and what we've come to believe. It's an invitation to examine whether the reasons some women embrace polygamy stem from genuine personal conviction or from a distorted social myth. Could it be that men are not missing but merely misperceived? That the real problem isn't the number of men available but the way we search, the expectations we carry, and the stories we've internalized? In the chapters ahead, we'll unpack the assumptions behind the idea of male scarcity. We'll explore how societal structures, cultural norms, and even our personal preferences shape the landscape of love and relationships. This is not just about statistics, it's about perception, visibility, and sometimes misplaced hope. Before you settle, before you accept a narrative that pushes you toward compromise, you owe yourself the truth. Let's begin. Chapter 1: The Myth of Male Scarcity. The idea that there are fewer men than women has been repeated so often it has begun to sound like truth. But repetition does not make a lie true. Perception that men are scarce is not based on solid demographic evidence. It is more about visibility and perception than fact. When we look around and see more women in our communities, churches, and social spaces, it's easy to assume there just aren't enough men. But this assumption doesn't account for where we are looking or how we are looking. Men are not hiding, nor are they extinct. They are simply not always present in the places we expect them to be. Chapter 2: Men and Religion. Walk into a religious gathering and you'll likely see a sea of women. Their devotion, their consistency, and their visible presence is admirable. But where are the men? This question has less to do with scarcity and more to do with culture, upbringing, and emotional openness. Men in many societies are taught to be independent thinkers, resistant to external control. Religion, which requires submission, surrender, and vulnerability, can be a harder sell for men conditioned to equate power with autonomy. So while women find community and purpose in religion, men may find it confining. This is not to say men lack faith, but their expression of it might be less institutional. And so they are less visible in these spaces, leading to the false impression that they are few. Chapter 3: Education and Male Presence. In many schools, especially in technical and vocational settings, boys often outnumber girls. Boys may drop out earlier, but in environments that nurture hands-on skills, they thrive. It's not just about the classroom, it's about fields, workshops, and studios. Men congregate where action meets creation. These are spaces where many women are underrepresented, and as such, these men go unseen by women who are looking for partners in more traditional or visible avenues. Chapter 4: The Real Reason You're Not Married. It's not about scarcity. It's about expectations. Pool is vast, but if you're only fishing in one corner of the lake, your catch will be limited. Women are often taught to seek certain qualities: a man who is educated, wealthy, handsome, God-fearing, emotionally mature, and more. While none of these are wrong, the compound filter leaves few candidates. Not because they don't exist, but because the search is narrowly defined. Your choice of a partner and where you are searching plays a significant role in your relationship status. If your standards are sky high but your search space is small, frustration is inevitable. Expanding your horizons doesn't mean lowering your standards. It means being open to finding value in unexpected places. Chapter 5. Before you choose polygamy. Polygamy is often presented as a solution to the man shortage. But what if the shortage is a myth? Choosing polygamy should be a deeply personal decision, not a default response to a social illusion. If you're considering joining a polygamous union because you've given up on finding a partner of your own, take a step back. Ask yourself, have I explored every avenue? Have I challenged my assumptions? Have I truly looked? 'Cause before you settle for polygamy, you need to question the premise that pushed you there. Conclusion: reclaiming the narrative. This is not a critique of polygamy, it is a call to examine our narratives. Men are not scarce. They are somewhere else. To find them, we must change how and where we search, and most importantly, what we believe about what's possible. Before you settle, search again. Not just for a man, but for the truth.